Here's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Be clear, be clear, be clear. We're in promo mode. Make sure you taking care of the business of following your boy on Instagram at Mr. TALIAFERRO. I promise I got new good content on the way. Just trying to make sure we got everything in place before we deliver for the people. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Mr. TALIAFERRO. The goal is 10,000 followers by May 1st. Let's get right into Kodak Black, the project, baby. So I got a little bit of good news if you're a Kodak Black fan out there, but we got to get through the BS to get to the good news. So bear with me here. Kodak Black could have possibly gotten a break last week in his many court cases that he does have coming up. It's weird, so let me explain. On Thursday, the project baby pled guilty to gun charges in relation to his border crossing mishap last year in April. Kodak was actually on a tour at the time, and he got caught with some straps. He had 3 of his homies in the car with him at the time, but no one took the charge to let Kodak off the hook. Kodak took the charge. He pled guilty to criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree. Kodak will get a minimum of 2 years in prison and up to 7 years when the judge hands down a sentence on the 24th of March. So that's about a week and a half. I'm not sure if the coronavirus could impact that case at all, or maybe we'll see. Just right now, no one really knows what's happening in the world right now. Obviously, Kodak is still in a Kentucky prison right now, serving a 46-month sentence in a federal penitentiary for buying a weapon in Florida. All right, so we done got the bad news out of the way. Here's a little bit of good news if you're a Project Baby fan. Richard Klotch, the state Supreme Court justice, confirmed that Kodak will get the chance to serve both of his sentences concurrently. So that means at the same time, one charge is on the state level and the other charge is on the federal level. So that 46-month sentence he has, that is a state crime, and because crossing the borders with straps is a federal crime, it actually works out in Kodak's favor in this case. So let's say he gets anything under 45 months or 43 months, or I think is what he's still got like 43 months to do in prison right now. As long as he gets anything under 43 months, he won't have to add additional time to that, right? Like if he gets 2 years for, as he pled guilty, then he'll do it within his 43 months that he has left on his case. But if he gets a 7-year sentence, which is highly unlikely since he has opted to plead guilty and not fight this bad boy, he would have to do the 46 months and then add whatever left on the back end. So I'm doing some quick math here. 7 years is 84 months. So let's say the judge gives him 84 months in prison for this crossing the border with a strap. Then he would still owe about 41 more months on his sentence. But that's probably not going to happen. The judge will probably give Kodak like 2 or 3 years, which again will run concurrently with the charges that he already has faced and is already in prison for right now. Now, that's not going to work in Kodak's favor. He has to fight this sexual assault case in South Carolina. That trial is coming up soon. That will not run concurrently with anything. That's a state level offense, so he's gonna have to worry about that, and he could face, I believe upwards of 30 years in prison for that. But in regards to him pleading guilty to crossing the border, got caught with a weapon in the car, that probably is going to work out in Kodak's favor. Now, speaking of Kodak, his Instagram account actually posted a letter following the ruling, pretty much shouting out the people who he believes has been holding him down. So it's actually a real letter from Kodak Black, written from prison. I'm not sure who posted it. He shouted out his cousin, Jack Boy, obviously. Actually shouted out his lawyer, Bradford Cohen. We know Kodak has had some very choice words from some of his legal representation. He's spoken on in the past how he believes his lawyers are sucking him dry and not getting him a lot of production. But he actually shouted out his lawyer, Bradford. He brought up Meek Mill. He told one of his homies to go get one of the stashes and give it to his mama. That's why I was surprised that this was on social media. But he did tell, one of his homies who know where his money's at, or one of his stash boxes at. He told him to give some money to his mama. Kodak said he's shitting good right now after getting some type of shot that's helping him literally use the bathroom better than what he once was. a few weeks ago. He said he's got 60 days in the box. He said 30 of these days are for the incident that he had with a correctional officer that we talked about on my platform back in Florida prison. He said they took his commissary, they took his phone and email privileges from him, but despite it all, Kodak said he's, quote, on cruise control as of right now. Again, this is a quick news break with yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. Happy to see Kodak's in much better spirits than he was a few months ago, in which he was crying out for help. Obviously a terrible situation, but we just wish the best for the project, baby. It's a quick news break with yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. Make sure you follow your boy on Instagram at It's Mr. Taliaferro. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids, they tuned in.
We locked in right now,
Mr. Taliaferro.
Taliaferro.
Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr. Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV.